Do you believe in demon, devil, or jinns? What do you think about summoning rituals? Well, some people do believe and some don't. I was in the first category. I never believed in jinn or demon or devils. Actually, they are the same. Different language uses different words to describe them. But in reality, a demon, devil, and jinn are the same. So as I was saying, I was a non-believer about paranormal things, until that one encounter. It turned my life upside down. I experienced the most horrific thing. It ruined my life. The terror still shakes me up from the root. I still have trouble sleeping. Do you want to know what exactly happened with me? I will tell you. My name is Alex. I was 19 years old, living in Los Angeles with my parents and a little brother. I was a college student. Though I was not into studies that much. I didn't even attend classes that much. But that day I went to college. I was sitting at the back bench, alone. But after some times, I looked at my left side and saw a guy sitting beside my seat. He was sitting quietly, like nobody is noticing him. Felt like he was in his own dimension, lost in thoughts. I've never seen him before. I don't really make friends, but I don't know why I felt like talking to him. So I did. After the class, I approached him. And that was the biggest mistake of my life. We talked. He seemed to be a gentle person. His voice was calm and collective. His name was Justin. We started to hang out regularly. After some times, we became best friends. One day, he dropped a sentence out of nowhere. "Do you believe in black magic?" I wasn't expecting that, but I replied honestly, "No, I don't believe in those." He said, "Then the next Friday I will take you somewhere. You will be surprised, I promise." I didn't think too much of it. The next Friday, we met up. Oh, I should tell you that I never went to his house before. So after meeting him, he took a taxi and it took us quite a bit far from the city. Then we walked on foot and arrived in front of a house. There was no other houses near it. Feels like not many people come here. Some big trees were surrounding the house, like darkness wrapped in. The house was kinda big, but that place is giving off a dark aura. Sunlight doesn't come here easily. A big dark cloud is covering the area, keeping it untouched by sunlight. He told me that it was his house. He wanted to bring me here. I was kinda excited to visit a friend's house, but at the same time I didn't want to go in there. But I followed him into the house. The inside was also dark, only a dim light was turned on so that people can see the way. All the windows were closed. It's like they don't want any lights in the house. His parents were sitting on the couch watching TV. They welcomed me warmly into their house and gave me snacks. It made me happy, but I was feeling shy. Justin took me to his room. Just after entering his room, I was stunned. His room was covered in papers, with drawn many kind of black magic circle and written something in a language that I don't understand. I was surprised to see something like that. He said, "You don't believe in magic, right? I will show you something that might change your opinion on it. Just don't be scared, okay? I promise you will be unharmed." He took out a doll made of fabric. He said, "I will make this doll walk and levitate." I laughed and said, "Stop it, Justin, you can't fool me. I don't believe in these stuff." Then he said, "Just watch, okay?" Then he drew a circle on a paper. Not just an ordinary circle. He drew some pattern on it and wrote something very small. I couldn't understand the language. Then he put the doll inside that circle and started chanting. It was like he is chanting in ancient language. His room started to shake, and suddenly the doll started levitating. Seeing that, I was very surprised. Then, to surprise me more, the doll fell on the ground and started to walk. At that moment, I didn't understand what I was seeing. I couldn't believe my eyes. I started to feel a little bit scared, but Justin grabbed my hand and said, "Don't be scared. It's harmless." Then he stopped the doll. I took it from his hand to check if it was an electric doll, but no, it was totally made of fabric. My belief in paranormals had been changed. He started to talk. "I know it's a surprise to you, but as you can see, these things do exist. I just commented a demon to go inside that doll, and it obeyed me exactly. I can even command a demon to protect me from harm and use it to help people who are cursed. I can help many people. Just don't tell anyone about this, okay? Promise me that you won't tell anyone." I was just listening to him. He represented this matter very pleasantly so that I will like it. He succeeded. I became interested in this kind of stuff, but he hid the dark side of these from me. He didn't tell me that he could curse people as well, and what requires to master this kind of black magic. I promised not to tell anyone what I saw there. So from that day, I started to visit his house very often. Seeing him practice black magic, I even saw some people coming to his house facing some problems. His parents took them in a room, and after some times they would come out and leave. When I asked about this to Justin, he told me that his parents are big magicians and they help people in need. Like people's business isn't going well and they want to increase their chances for success, they come to my parents for help. Some powerful people try to steal normal people's land by force. Those people come here for help. My parents help them with their powers. At that time, I couldn't understand that the people using demonic powers to help other people can't truly be good people. A pact with demons could never be good. I couldn't make sense of this simple thing. So I became really interested in those stuff. One day, I told Justin that I wanted to learn black magic too. He smiled at me and said, "That's what I was waiting for, my friend. I knew you would want to learn it. I will tell my parents. They will instruct me what to teach you first." Well, I was happy that time. I was like, wow, I will be able to command demons and help people. I couldn't understand that that's what they wanted. To take me in the world of darkness. He came out of his parents' room and told me, "I spoke with them. For now, you just have to watch me. I will give you something. You have to drink it every week." I agreed. As the days passed by, his rituals started to become brutal and horrific, but I didn't seem to think of it that bad. It was like they did something to me. I took everything normally. He was using animal organs to practice black magic, and I was just sitting there watching like it's normal. But one day, Justin said, "You have to stay the night here. We have to complete a task tonight." I asked him what the task was. He said 20 kilometers from here, a person committed suicide. His body was buried in a graveyard there. We need to dig out his grave and take his head with us. This sounds horrible, right? Any human in their right mind would immediately complain to the police. But I don't know what was wrong with me. I just agreed to do it with him. I was like their puppet. We headed for that place on his father's motorcycle. While on the way, he was telling me things like, "You will hear a lot of stuff when we try to return home. Someone calling your name, someone asking for help. Even you might hear someone's voice that was dead long ago. You will hear these voices from your back. All you have to do is never look back no matter what happens. And you might see some unpleasant things, but rest assured that those things can't harm you. Just hold on to me tightly, okay?" And so we arrived there. Nobody was around, no guards, not even an animal. We went inside the graveyard and walked a bit. Then we saw a new grave. We started digging the grave, and finally we revealed the coffin. We opened it. He took out a big sharp knife, and with one blow he severed the head from the body. Even seeing that I didn't shake at all, it was normal to me. Maybe they really have done something to me. But the moment he severed the head, wind started to blow strongly. The darkness was surrounding us. Even the lightning started to roar. He put the head in a bag and told me to hurry to the motorcycle. We ride on the motorcycle and headed for home. I started hearing voices from behind. Someone in so much pain asking for help, and it was my mom's voice. It shocked me, but I remembered what Justin said. Never look back. I heard more voices, screaming, crying, laughing. Suddenly I noticed something. A black shadow thing that looks like some kind of animal is running with us in the jungle beside the road. Its size was too big. I felt a bit scared. I told this to Justin. He said, "Don't look, just grab me tightly and close your eyes," so I just did that, and I just kept hearing those lightning roars and demonic cry, laughter, calls. Suddenly everything stopped. Justin stopped the motorcycle. We arrived at his house. His parents were standing by the door waiting for us. I got off of the motorcycle and Justin parked it in the garage. His parents were still reciting something. He handed over the bag to them. Then his parents praised us for succeeding. We went inside the house, and this was the first time that I got to see inside the ritual room of his parents. Not much different from Justin's room, but their room gives off a darker and evil aura. The pressure was heavy in their room and the air was heavy too. It's too silent in there. Justin said, "Tonight you will get to see something very interesting." I was excited as well. His parents drew a big black magic circle on the floor with blood. They placed some candles around it, and they placed the head in the middle of it. And they started to chant something in ancient language. I and Justin just sat behind them quietly. After a long time, the house started to shake, and a scary roar I heard that shaken my whole body. I started to smell something so rotten, something like rotten meat. I vomited there. Justin was rubbing my back and said, "Get a hold of yourself." But the pressure was too much for me. Then suddenly all the candles went out, and the rotten smell got stronger. I saw a monster sitting in that circle. Its body is black, covered in long hair all over its body. It only has one eye on the forehead. Mouth is too big, and its teeth were sharp and long. Saliva was dropping from its mouth like it was hungry for. His parents said, "Ooh, Lord, take our offering to you. Accept that head, Lord." After that, the creature took the head and put the whole thing in its mouth. It was chewing that head. Blood dropping from its mouth, and that crunchy sound. I could see that head getting demolished in its mouth. It was so vile and unseenable. I got sicker and started vomiting more. That thing ate that head. Then it disappeared like a black smoke. His parents seemed to be so happy. They all took me to Justin's room, and I just passed out there. The next morning when I woke up, I saw Justin performing something on me. I asked what he was doing. He said he was trying to heal me with magic. I left for home. I remembered what went down last night. I started to feel a little bit scared. But the next moment I felt like everything was okay. What happened last night was normal. Still, I kept feeling a little uneasy. As I was walking, I bumped into a guy. He was wearing a white jubba. He had a nice beard, looked like a Muslim guy. He gave me his hand to pick me up. The moment he touched me, I felt a comfort. The uneasiness was gone from me. But his look changed. At first, he had a smile on his face and a warm light in his eyes. But the moment he touched my hand, his smile was gone, and in his eyes I saw a little bit anger. He picked me up. He said, "What's your name, brother?" I replied, "My name is Alex." He asked if we could talk for a bit. I don't know why, but I felt like, yeah, I should talk to him. An unknown urge was driving me to talk to him. He took me to a mosque. We sat on the floor and he asked me, "Brother, are you involved with black magic?" I was surprised. "How did you know?" I asked. He said, "Could feel evil surrounding you. Even your body reeks of evil. I don't think you know much about black magic. You seem to be a victim of evil people who practices black magic to harm people." No, they are not evil. They help people in need, and they are really kind," I said. Then he took a deep breath and started reciting something, and then he blew on me 3 times. I felt like something just left my body. I felt so refreshed. But the next moment I started to realize everything that I have done. Any normal human wouldn't do that in their right mind. I burst into tears, and I told him everything that happened. The guy comforted me. He told me more. "My name is Hassan ibn Ali. I am a Muslim. I have a jinn friend. He is a good jinn. He helps people through me. He is a very strong jinn. While we were talking, my jinn friend gathered some information. It seems like you fell into the hands of an evil family who worship evil creatures. There are many evil jinn and also good jinn. You might know jinns as demon or devil, but they are all the same, though there are good and bad. So that family worships evil creatures. They sacrifice humans to those beings in order to get more powers. It makes their black magic stronger. They can curse people to death. Many people want to cast black magic on their enemies, and those evil witches cast black magic on innocent people for money. That night, the head you took from that dead body was a sacrifice too. The evil jinn accepted it. And want to know why they involved you into this?" I said, "Why?" "Because they need a human sacrifice who was born with Aries zodiac sign. And Alex, you were born with Aries zodiac sign. It was a trap from the beginning. How you met him and everything was a setup for making you ready for the sacrifice. And the thing they fed you every week, it was so impure. It was made with pork organs without cooked and with some other ingredients. It was making you impure from inside, so that they could sacrifice you on the full moon night." Hearing those, I lost my words. I didn't know what to say. I got really scared. I knew what they were capable of. If they really want to sacrifice me, then nothing could stop them. That was my thought because I didn't know that Hassan ibn Ali could help me. He said, "I will help you, but I need some time. I will find you myself when it's time. Until then, don't contact that family and avoid meeting any of them. Stay home and be on your guard." He gave me a talisman and told me to wear it on my hand always. After that, I left the mosque and headed for home. I was still shaking from everything that happened until now. Then suddenly a voice whispered in my ear, "Your death will be painful now. You will suffer till the day we severed your head and offer it to our Lord." I was shaken up by it. I didn't know what to do. My body started to feel heavier, and then my eyes went to the other side of the road. I saw Justin looking at me with an evil smirk on his face. My feet got cold. I thought, this is the end for me. Then a car passed by from between us, and with that, Justin was gone too. How could he just vanish like that? I called a taxi to take me home. I lost the will to walk. The taxi driver took me home. After paying him, I just went inside the house. My father had already gone to work. My mom and little brother were at home. I couldn't tell them what I got myself into, the horrible things I committed. I couldn't confess. And above all, I didn't want to make them scared. I didn't contact Justin. I blocked his number. He didn't have any social media account. Only 7 days left till the full moon night. I started to feel like I am not alone in my room. I always feel a presence. Whispers echoing in my room, though. I don't understand what it was saying. I tried to stay calm. Until the full moon night, I experienced true terror. I will mention the big experiences. So that night, I was trying to sleep, but I couldn't. I was still remembering everything that happened today. My parents were already sleeping, and little brother also in his room. It was probably around 11:30 p.m. My room started filling up with that rotten meat smell. I couldn't breathe freely in that air. My body started to feel heavier. Then a female and male mixed voice started to laugh. It said, "Alex, you shouldn't have talked to that guy. Your days will be living hell till the day we sacrifice you and serve you to our Lord." I tried to look where the voice was coming from. I saw in a corner of my room a black smoke tangled up, and the voice was coming from there. Little by little, it became visible, that thing I saw. I hoped nobody would see something like that. It wasn't a human or an animal. Its whole body was covered in long hair. Its head was a fox head. Saliva was dropping from its mouth. It was making a grinning sound. It was sitting on 2 foot, and it had only 3 fingers each hand. But its nails were tall, black, and sharp. Its eyes were like black hole, an endless darkness. I just froze there in my bed. I thought it would tear me up and eat my flesh. I don't remember anything after that. I must have lost consciousness. I couldn't take any more. I woke up in the next day. I saw my mother sitting beside me. She hugged me when I woke up. I was confused, but to my surprise, Mom said I had been sleeping for 2 days. I was shocked to hear that, but I knew it was possible. Then the next thing I encountered that day when I went to take a shower, I saw blood all over the bathroom walls and floor. I closed the door and called my mom. I told her what I saw, but when she opened the door, there was nothing like that. She thought I was pranking her. I didn't know how to explain, so I went inside to take a shower. I opened the shower and already got soaked. Then I saw a bloody footprint on the wall. Like someone invisible was walking on the walls with a bloody foot. I couldn't see anyone, just the footprints. Then suddenly my shower stopped, and with a second of delay, the shower started with full speed. But it wasn't water that was coming out of it. It was blood. Hot blood. I just couldn't take it. I screamed and passed out. Then I woke up that night. Nobody was around me. There wasn't any lights in the house, just moonlight coming through the windows and glasses. I felt thirsty, so I went to the kitchen to get some water. But I saw my mom was doing something in the kitchen, but she wasn't facing towards me. I said, "What are you doing at this hour, Mom? Can you give me some water?" She didn't talk. She just handed a glass of water to me. When I took a sip, I froze again. It was salty and warm, just like blood. I couldn't tell that it was blood at first because it was dark there. Then I quickly turned on the flashlight on my phone, Then I looked at my mom and saw the most horrific thing of my life. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I saw my mother eating a human leg. She was holding the leg on her hand and biting off flesh from it, blood all over her face. I screamed so loudly seeing that, and my mom started to laugh. She said with a mixed voice, "Do you want a bite?" I was breathing heavily, trying to run from there. Suddenly, all the lights were turned on. My parents came running and asking what happened. I pointed at the kitchen, but there was nothing in there. I said, "It's nothing. I am going to sleep with my brother." Nothing happened at that night anymore. My time passed with terror and horror surrounding me while the night of full moon was getting closer. Many things happened with me. The story will be too long if I tell everything, so I will skip some. Only one day remaining till the full moon night. Someone knocked on our door, and when I opened the door I felt relieved. It was Hassan ibn Ali. I asked him to come inside. I took him in my room. He started to talk. "The full moon night is tomorrow, but don't worry, I am prepared to face them. I have gathered an army of jinn. They are all good jinns. After they heard about you, they didn't agree to help you at first because you were involved with black magic. Black magic is totally forbidden in Islam and one of the biggest taboo. But I told them that you were deceived and explained everything. Then they agreed to help you. I told him what went down to me these days. Then he told me that I was unharmed physically because of the talisman he gave me. Otherwise, those things could have taken my arm or legs or eyes. Then we talked about how he was going to save me. I will reveal that in the end. So it was the full moon night. I was really scared and shaking. I laid down in my bed and then I started hearing something. That ancient language. Justin's parents chanting in that ancient language. I opened my eyes and panicked. How did I get here? I was just laying on my bed. When did I fall asleep? Seeing me panicking, Justin was laughing and his father smirking and chanting. They put me in a black magic circle. The circle looks the same as when they sacrificed that head to a demon. I couldn't get out of the circle no matter how hard I tried. It was like some invisible force is keeping me there. I was about to cry. I saw many black smoky shadows all over that room. All of a sudden, his father stopped chanting. He looked annoyed. He said, "A rat has come to interfere." Justin said, "I will take care of it. You continue, father." He went out and his father continued the chanting. After a while, his father stopped again. He seemed a bit worried. He mumbled, "How could Justin lose so fast?" Suddenly, a light entered the room with lightning speed and I felt free. Nothing was holding me down anymore. That light lifted me and immediately took me out of there. I saw the look on his father's face. He was so angry and frustrated. That light dropped me outside, and I saw Hassan ibn Ali standing there. He said, "You are safe now. Just stand behind me. My jinn friends will handle everything from here." I saw almost thousands of lights surrounding the house. Some dark shadows came out of the house, but they screamed and disappeared when they got near the lights. After a while, many lights went inside the house, and we heard very loud screams and agony. It continued for a while. Then a light came out of the house and appeared before us. It turned into a human. A tall man with white skin, has beards and wearing a juba. He said, "Everything is over now. We have taken them in our custody. They won't be able to harm anyone anymore." Brother Hassan ibn Ali said, "Let me introduce you. He is my friend Jinn. His name is Abdullah. He is the reason you are safe now." Jinn Abdullah said, "Thank Allah for everything. You are safe because Allah wanted to save you through me." Then they dropped me home. I couldn't believe that I was saved. That dark night was finally over. I didn't know how to express my gratitude. All right. Now I will tell you what we talked about in my room when Hassan ibn Ali visited me. He said, "They will abducted you tomorrow and prepare you for the sacrifice. We will let that happen. We will let them take you. But don't worry, that's all part of our plan. They don't think too much of me. They think I can't stop them, and they are underestimating me. Thus, that will be their biggest mistake. They won't prepare for an attack. We will launch an attack with an army of all-powerful Mukbir Muslim jinns and capture them. Just try to stay calm and have faith in Allah. Everything will be all right." I didn't know who Allah was, so I asked him. He told me that Allah is the true creator of this universe and everything else. He is the true and one and only God. He doesn't have any children, nor he is anyone's child. He existed from the beginning. There is no one worthy enough to compare with him. He is the strongest Almighty, worthy of worshipping. He is the kindest, he is most merciful. I was just listening to him stunningly. You know what happened after that? He told me to visit him at that mosque at noon. So I did. He performed an exorcism on me. He called it Ruqya. He was just reading some verses from a book and blowing on me. I felt so light and relaxed. I didn't understand the meaning of what he was reading, but it was Arabic. I asked him what he was reading. He said it's the Holy Quran. I've heard about Quran before, but I never listened or seen one. I was really impressed by everything and drawn to Islam, and maybe that was the best thing happened to me in my life. I never regretted that choice. I asked him to make me a Muslim. I wanted to be a part of that great religion and worship that one true God. He asked me if I was sure. He told me about Islamic rules and restrictions. I agreed, knowing all. Then he converted me into a Muslim. I took Shahada with him. Now I am a Muslim. And living my life happily with my wife and children. Nothing bad happened to me after that. But still, if I remember those days, I crumble in fear. Later I heard that there was no house at that place where Justin took me. It was just an empty land. Then what about that house? I clearly remember that it was there. Alright guys, the story ends here. This story was sent to me from Alex himself. He emailed me this story so that I could share it with everyone and make everyone cautious about black magic and what people can do for power. If you like the story, then share it with your friends, and if you want to hear more stories, then subscribe to my channel right now and press the bell icon. And if you want to share your story, then email me the story. The email address is in the description. Stay safe, and see you in the next videos with a new horrific story. Bye-bye.